Hello, we are going to learn about old habits and new experience, Sammy's favorite sport, from our book Lift Off. Read and remember. Now I'm going to read 6 points. I want you to remember them for the grammar, okay? For example, here number one, have to and must have the same meaning in the present. I must go or I have to go. So both of them are having the same meaning, okay? Number two, have to changes its grammar. For example, I have to go, she has to go. So if you have the subject with I, they, we, you, then you use have. If you have the subject she, he, it, or a singular, then you use has. Must doesn't change its grammar. If you have like any subject, either plural or singular, you just use must and the verb go. Okay? Number four, we only use must in the present tense, but we use have to in different tenses. For example, I had to see the doctor yesterday. So this is in the past. I will have to buy a new pen. Also, this is in the future. So these are two different tenses. But here, this one is broken. Okay? But if we are using must, it's always in the present tense. Okay? Must always in the present tense. 5. Must not means you do not have permission to do something. For example, you must not park here. So you don't have the permission. 6. Do not have to means it's not compulsory. For example, you don't have to wear a hat to school. Okay? So this is like a rule or a law. So this is the compulsory. We can use don't have to, but must not, it's always for permissions. I want you now to make sentences with must not. So you have these 8 pictures, that means must not, okay? For example, number 2, you must not cycle here. So it's not allowed for you, you don't have a permission. 3, you must not eat or drink here. See, we have food. 4, you must not smoke here. 5, you must not feed the birds here, so it's not allowed. 6, you must not use your mobile phone. 7, you must not park here. And 8, you must not dive here. So if you don't have a permission, then you cannot do any of these, okay? Now I want you to answer the questions. Number 1, 2 things you had to do yesterday. Like what you had to do yesterday. Maybe your father, your mother asked you to do it, or your teacher. For example, others may say clean my room and doing my homework. Okay. Number 2, 2 things you didn't have to do yesterday. For example, I didn't have, for example, to clean my room yesterday, or I didn't have to do my homework yesterday. So these are 2 things. Number 3, 2 things you must do today. For example, I must go to school. I must drink milk in the morning. So these are must do today. 2 things you must not to do for today. For example, I must not eat, for example, burger for today or anything. So all the answers are acceptable. 5, 2 things you will have to do tomorrow. So I will have to go to school tomorrow, or I will have to drink milk tomorrow. 6, 2 things you won't have to do for tomorrow. So all the answers here are acceptable according to you. Now I want you to complete the table with words from the passage. For example, we have the adjective injured, the noun is injury. Medical, it's medicine. Adjective safe, it's the noun safety. Dangerous, danger. The adjective crowded is crowd, and protective is protection. So see, sometimes some words you can derive them from the adjectives to noun, okay? So for today we learned about have to and must, express opinions, noun and adjectives, and must not. Thank you for listening.